Hi folks, another acrylic. I've still got plenty of stuff on my palette. So we've got ultramarine, cadmium red. I used crimson red yesterday, it was a bit too dark. Yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, medium and pale. That's about it really. I'm going to mix my greens with the blue. Just move that over a bit. Yeah, that's okay. Now I'm just going to make up one with St Bede's Abbey. It's a ruin in Norfolk. Seago did it a lot, and I think Wesson did. So I'll just put in a bit of a that'll do, something like that. I'll put this in with I expect there was a spire on that, I don't know. But it's just an impression. Right, so let's let's put a horizon in. Bit of water, you know, far from water in Norfolk. It doesn't exist. It's a painting. Right, okay, now we need to choose a couple of brushes. This one will do. Pro Art. It's getting on a bit now, like me. And I've got this cheapo inch brush, which has got a sort of a very rough. So here we go, let's get a sky. I'll use a large brush, or 1.25" brush for this. Now, to save you asking in a comment, watercolour paper is a very, very good and durable support for oil and acrylic painting. Oil painting has a history going back, well, let's mention Turner and Constable, two of our greatest painters, probably, arguably. Constable did a lot of sketches, oil sketches, on watercolour paper that are as fresh today as when he painted them. They're about 200 years old. They're in the Victoria and Albert Museum in South Kensington, London. And Turner, I'm sure he did, but they didn't have, I don't think they had primer in those days, just had paint, but I don't know. But nowadays we've got PVA glue, which is a great primer, and PVA is the basis of acrylic paint. So you can paint a colour on, or tint on your painting that you're trying to cover up, which is an old demo from a couple of weeks ago, which is not, it was okay for a demo, but not very good for a frame. So we'll work out something along these lines here. So let's have a nice, fairly bright sky. Oh, I know, I need some vet gel, don't I? Look, vet gel just dried off from yesterday, so let's put something. So if you want to stay with acrylic, I would recommend you buy something like that. Look, God, a lot. Vet gel, Agri Health, 2.5 litres, blue obstetric. It's a sort of like a tinted posh KY jelly. It helps the flow. You don't overuse it. It's very cheap. You get a lot for your dosh. And I won't tell you what vets use it for, but I'm sure you know. A subscriber put me onto it a couple of years ago. Got my bit of towel. Got loads of toweling. Got it all under my big office table. like a director's table. Right, okay, so in the vet gel, in the white, in the ultramarine. The ultramarine is going a bit nasty now. It's rotting. Any hairs. I'm not using Payne's Grey with this one. Just get some paint on. Just build. Okay, let's have a bit of yellow, a bit of red. The red's quite strong, so let's the abbey itself, I haven't got a picture, I'm not working from anything. Take your paint over the trees, because we're going to change them anyway. Some hairs. Now the paint won't be dry yet, so be careful with what you do with it, because you'll lift it off. Okay, put that brush in the juice and get in a bit of blue, cad yellow, red. I haven't really mixed the paint. Bring that tree down into there, I think. Some over there. Yellow, red, just the primaries. I'll be going over that again. Right, clean the brush. And then just dry it in a bit of this bit of toweling. Got to fill in all this, but it's still wet. The vet gel, just hold it open for a little while. Now let's the usual. Just call this a Norfolk Ruin, I think. Got some dark in there. See, I'm not trying to bring anything to a finish. I'm working all over the painting. One, to let it dry, but two, that it brings it up in a sort of a balanced way. So let's put in. Bit of a rapeseed there, it looks like it. Okay, right, let's go back to the sky. Or, no, I'll do the sky before I tackle that building, or that ruin. I don't really do buildings. Don't mind tumble down things, but right, let's get that nice blue sky. Oh, my sheet. I've got my sheet on a piece of toweling, wet toweling. Keeps it all nice and moist. Right, I'm just going to re-clip it. It seems to be growing a little bit, so just pull it tight. Okay, nice and flat. Now we'll work on that, the clouds a little bit. Clean the blue out. Nice and clean. Right, now let's get nice. Let's just clean that murky colour off there. I need plenty of toweling. Okay, get the ochre and such a big dollop of white. Just soften around the edges. some light back in those trees. Bit of stipple. Okay, that will almost do. Then I'll put the that building in. I'll use my little bit of a brush here now. Sort of a browny colour, or red, cade red, yellow ochre. Oops. Oh, you veg on the floor. See what that's like. Just as a base colour. Oh, it's got a bit darker colour. Red and blue. Have the light coming sort of well, it's overhead. Oh, I put a bit more dark on the other side of that. Try and get that perpendicular leading over a bit. So we'll see also that. Right, and then we'll have sort of a shadowy colour. Okay, well that sort of get some of that. Right, let's go back and do some stippling around those trees. I'll change the brush. I think it's a nice little brush. Look, I've had that, give that a haircut. It's getting very, very dry now. We're expecting some really nice weather this week. We've had quite a good lockdown really. Not been bad. Right, let's go back in those trees now. Just the red, the yellow and the blue. Try to sort the counter change out here. Right, let's get some lighter ochre stuff in there. Ooh, got my thumb into the yellow ochre. Look, stipple, don't waste your time picking out all with a little sable. Just use a stipple brush. Put the light, some light back in there. There we are. Could put some darker shadow in the bottom of it, which we'll do now. Red and blue. Slightly blue. Right, then we've got the texture of this landscape now. Put some bushes down by the sort of river, whatever it is. Some dark green now, some blue and some okay, that's the basis of it. Right, now we want a nice dark green tree. This horrible acrylic is drying like mad here. And it's all about texturing now, creating an illusion of detail without actually putting a detail in, just indicating it. Oops. got to do some stuff on the river. Right, little poppy brush. I mixed my cad red with a bit of cad light, cad red. Don't worry about putting stalks in. Right, let's have some little dobs of white. Bit of blue. Bit of white. Pink. Because as the poppies get a bit further away, they lose a bit of their colour. Just helps them with the perspective as well. Right, that's sort of, let's get that a bit change there. Just scumbling over this. Okay, let's use a rigger then. Let's put some streaky stuff in. No, that's not working, is it? Use the vet gel. Because a bit of that water get a good clean. Be a rigger. Right, where's my little brush? So apart that little bit of rigger work, most of this stuff is done with rough old cheapo brushes. Right, let's get some white and a bit of ochre. Right, use a knife, I think. Carving knife. No, I don't like that. I've got a much larger palette than this one. The Masterson palette. There's no tooth on this paper. It's the Saunders Waterford hot press, which is very smooth. That's why it's not hitching and missing. I'll let that go. I can't do any more than that. No, rubbish. Well, that bit was rubbish because it's just not taking. I'm angry now. It's drying so quick. Right, I'll put it in a mount. I better sign it, hadn't I? Oh, bird. Right, mount. Well, not bad. Well, there we are, another Norfolk Ruin. Norfolk Ruin. Based on the memory of St Bede's ruin, but it's not surrounded by trees. It's sort of it sort of stands out on top of the landscape with just a few trees. But anyway, that's the way it panned out. It's okay. Hope you like it, folks. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.